Hello. We are going over the 324 biblical prophecies that prove Jesus is the Messiah. You are watching this on the Halachgoy channel of YouTube. I'm a Halachgoy, and you can be one too. 324 biblical prophecies that prove Jesus is the Messiah. Prophecy number 37. This is a truth that prophet. We find this prophecy in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 15. The Lord your God will raise up for you a prophet like me from amongst your own brothers. You must listen to him. We find the fulfillment of this prophecy in the book of John, chapter 6, verse 14. After the people saw the miraculous sign that Jesus did, they began to say, "Surely this is the prophet who is to come into this world." This is a truth that prophet. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, Moses speaks of, or God speaks through Moses, of a prophet that will come after Moses, a prophet that is to be listened to in the same way that Moses was listened to. Someone that would kind of carry on the banner. We know, literally speaking, that this refers to Joshua and also goes through the kind of prophetic succession and the kingly succession after Joshua, through Samuel and through everybody else that came later. There's also an understanding that this refers to the coming Messiah. That this in Deuteronomy 18 would also refer to a coming Messiah. The Hope of Israel Baptist Mission wants to tell you that Messiah is Jesus. That Jesus is the fulfillment of this prophecy. John 6:14, after the people saw the miraculous signs that Jesus did, they began to say, "Surely this is the prophet who is to come into this world." The question is Jesus at this point saying that he is that prophet? Jesus had just gotten done speaking to a mass group gathering of people. He had produced a miracle of multiplying the fish and the bread so that the large group of people were able to eat from a very small package of food. The people were ready to make him their king. They were ready to make him, to proclaim him the Messiah and to make him king. It goes on in verse 15, Jesus, knowing they intended to come and make him king by force. There's a large group of people, thousands of people, listening to this man, totally enthralled by what he's saying, and they want to make him the king. Logically, if Jesus is in fact the coming Messiah, this would be a good time for him to say, yes, but let's wait a little bit, guys. We have to prepare. He could have said something like that. No, what does he do in verse 15? He withdrew again to a mountain by himself. In other words, he ran for the hills. He was not interested in being this kingly Messiah that the people were looking for. He had no interest in going that route in his life. What did Jesus do? He ran for the hills. The next time you see Jesus, a few verses later, not only is he running for the hills, he's walking across water to get away from these people. The entire miracle of Jesus walking across water is immediately after this place, and he is leaving the crowd as quickly as he can, and that's the pretty quick way to get away from a group of people. Now, he does go on in verse 29 of the same chapter. He continues to say, the work of God is this, to believe in the one he has sent. Jesus does in fact understand that he was sent by God. He says the work of God is this, to believe in the one who is sent by God. Jesus understands that that refers to himself, but Jesus also, a big part of Jesus' ministry and his life work, his passion, is to believe in everybody. He looks out across the population. He sees the dregs of society, the people nobody else wants to believe in, nobody else cares about, the prostitutes, the tax collectors, just the out and out messed up people. He looks at them and says, I see something good there. I see something in that person who was sent by God. That person was sent by God. It is correct to believe in that person. A school teacher that looks at a child and says, I believe in that child. A social worker who looks at an alcoholic living homeless and says, I believe in that person. I believe that person can do good. There's a godliness in that person that needs to come out, and I believe in that person. That's what Jesus is telling us to do. Jesus understood that he had a mission in life. He also understood that everybody had a mission in life. Jesus' mission in life was to get us to care about other people. And that's exactly what this entire incident refers to. And if we're going to take a part of Deuteronomy 18 and apply it to Jesus, I believe we need to say, what did Jesus actually teach? And that was to believe in people. So in that sense, he was a little Messiah, a little anointed one. Not the big Messiah that we're all waiting for, but definitely a step in that direction. The next prophecy, had ye believed Moses, ye would believe in me. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verses 15 and 16. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you next time.